Hey everyone, welcome to Direct Path number 8. If you haven't yet, tune in to the first 7 Direct Path videos. I'm specifically making this one like drill sergeant style. Concise, precise, to the point. Our intention that we're going to set is to self-realize. That means to God realize. That means to literally become one as a union with God, with Source, with infinity, with non-duality, embodied, experientially. And this has incredible pragmatic benefits downstream, like effortless action, as Lao Tzu said, Wu Wei, in terms of the absolute highest channeling through for the greatest morality to weave into the social fabric of our existence. Maximize your own well-being, maximize your family's well-being, society's well-being. There are a tremendous amount of pragmatic benefits to self-realization. It is the greatest service that you can render our world. As I've said in the other videos, place yourself in a comfortable location, preferably where there's no noise, where you can sit comfortably. Undergo a process of stilling your mind, relax your awareness, take deep breaths. Pause the recording if you need to in order to really relax your awareness. Pause as you need to still the monkey mind. All right. So, first of all, we need to stop the fluctuations of the mind. This is also known as yogas, Citta, Vritti, Nirodhah. Again, the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali, 2,000 years ago. If you're going to go on this path of self-inquiry, of self-realization, of self-abiding, look at the perennial wisdoms across the mystic traditions. And in this case, yogas, Citta, Vritti, Nirodha literally means union equals consciousness, waves, quieting. So yoga is to stop the fluctuations of the mind. Yoga means union. To have a union with God, you need to stop the fluctuations of the mind. And that's when the mind dissolves itself into consciousness, into the infinitude, into the eternity of what this is. The temporary, finite, contracted mind dissolves. And it takes the practice, especially when one finds oneself in a more depressed or negative or anxious state, to recognize that accepting oneself and loving oneself is exactly what's going to enable those fluctuations to stop. Accept yourself and love yourself. Radiate that from your heart for yourself and for everyone. That is what is called metta. That is what is called loving kindness. Now, as that cessation of the fluctuations happen, you're going to have this experience of recognizing what is called bare awareness. The most simple way to understand that is to look at the sheet of paper. The sheet of paper without coloration, meaning without the words. You're going to recognize that the words themselves are the experiences. The words are the emotions, the feelings, the thoughts, the experiences, the objects. That is also another analogy for this is the ocean. So all of those are the waves. Similarly, again, the words are like the waves, which are also like the clouds, or also like the applications on the device. Versus the pure bare empty awareness is like the paper. It's like the screen It's like the sky and it's like the ocean. So you are the oceanicness. You begin to understand more and more. That's what's meant by the flickering of the light bulb. That is what is meant by the satori that happens, and then that stays on. That's enlightenment when you have completely dissolved that contracted sugar cube of the mind into the oceanic infinitude. And as that contraction dissolves, it becomes more and more clear that the pure, bare, empty awareness is eternal. It is infinite. It is home. Its nature is bliss and peace. And then it gets colored by all these words, by all these clouds, by all these waves, by all these applications. And so you become clearly aware of that juxtaposition. You're no longer lost in the experience or the thought or the emotion or the feeling or the object, but you've now seen the juxtaposition and you recognize it. And it enables you oceanically to surf the crest of those experiences more harmonically. So that is step 2. And then what that leads to is step 3, is that as you really anchor in the realization of what is God consciousness, what is infinity, what is eternity, what is source, that what happens is a tantric path ends up unfolding, which means that you weave your self-realizations into the social fabric. Another way to say it is Sahaja Samadhi, which means that you gain your enlightenment, and then what you do is you carry your enlightenment into the social fabric itself. And it's a very natural, effortless action, wu-wei process that unfolds, of where you literally channel only the absolute highest morality as you undergo your daily societal activities. So, in a nutshell, again, our intention in this one, in direct path number 8, is like a drill sergeant. We want to get to the core essence of how we can compress this direct path wisdom and have it transmit. And our intent is self-realization, to pierce the veil of the illusory ego and to have that sugar cube of the contracted separate entity of the ego, which has all of its mind fluctuations happening, to have that dissolve into the oceanic infinitude of pure, bare, empty awareness, which then has that juxtaposition happen where it can recognize the eternal, infinite nature of awareness that is being colored by all of the waves, by all of the words, by all of the clouds, by all of the applications. And then we recognize that that process is leading us to ride more and more on the crest of the surf, and in the now, simply this now, better and better, and then we naturally, effortlessly, Sahaja Samadhi, we take that in the tantric path and we weave our enlightened realizations into the social fabric, the absolute highest morality. So we undergo a massive cleansing of our own channel, as well as we butterfly effect out the absolute highest morality and peace and bliss and love and compassion and well-being and flourishing and architecting abundance and prosperity for everyone. That is the essence of the direct path teachings. Thank you. I love you.